Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of the Chill English podcast. I'm Alice, and I have a question for you. Have you ever worked in a team where one person does everything and everyone else just kind of disappears?
Oh, absolutely. I call that a ghost team. You know they're supposed to be there, but all you see is silence in the group chat.
Yes, I've had that experience too. And honestly, it made me wonder, what is good teamwork supposed to look like?
That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Teamwork, what it is, why we need it, and how to become someone people want on their team.
Because let's face it, teamwork can be both amazing and a mess. Sometimes a team helps you finish a task faster, makes you feel supported, and even makes the work fun. Other times, it feels like you're dragging people behind you like a broken shopping cart.
That's such a good image. But seriously, teamwork is a huge part of our lives. Whether you're at school, working in an office, running a business, or even just trying to plan a family trip, teamwork shows up everywhere.
So in today's episode, we'll talk about the good, the bad, and the awkward moments in teamwork. We'll share real stories, help you learn some useful English vocabulary and phrases, and give tips to be a better team player.
Also, we'll answer a question from one of our listeners who said, "What do I do if no one listens to my ideas in a group?" That's a good one. We've all been there.
Totally. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and maybe think about a team experience that you had. Was it a good one? Or not so much?
Let's find out together what makes teamwork actually work.
All right, Brian, let's get into it. When we say teamwork, what do we really mean? Because I think a lot of people just imagine 5 people sitting around a table doing a group project.
Yeah, and usually one person doing all the work while the others say, "Good job."
Exactly. But teamwork is more than that. It's about people coming together to reach a goal. Together. It's not just splitting tasks. It's also about communication, trust, and support.
That's right. And sometimes, the goal isn't even that big. Like planning a birthday party. One person buys the cake, another picks the music, someone else decorates the room. It's teamwork.
Oh, I love that example. It doesn't always have to be in an office or school. Even in families, teamwork happens every day. Like when parents raise children together, or when roommates clean the apartment without fighting. That's next-level teamwork right there.
Totally. And teamwork doesn't mean everyone does the same thing. It means everyone does their part, and they respect each other's efforts.
Yes. And when it works well, you feel like you're part of something bigger. It feels good, right?
It really does. You feel connected. You feel seen. You feel like what you do actually matters.
But let's be real. Teamwork can also be tough. Different opinions, different work styles. Some people talk too much, others don't talk at all.
That's where communication comes in. We'll talk more about that later, but just remember, you don't need to be the loudest voice to be a great team member.
Exactly. Sometimes the quiet person is the one holding the whole project together. Respect each other's strengths. That's the secret.
Okay, quick question for our listeners. Have you ever had a team experience that went really well or really badly? What happened? Think about it while we move to the next part.
Coming up, we're going to discuss why is teamwork important. Plus, a few English phrases you can use when working in a team.
Let's go.
Okay, so now we know what teamwork is, but let's talk about the big question. Why is teamwork important? Why does everyone keep talking about it?
Great question. I mean, sure, we hear it everywhere. At school, at work, in job interviews, even in sports. But why is it such a big deal?
Well, let's start with this. Teamwork helps us get things done better and faster. When you have 5 brains instead of 1, you get more ideas, more skills, and usually better results.
Yeah, like that saying, 2 heads are better than 1. Unless both heads are super confused.
True. But seriously, good teamwork lets us combine our strengths. Maybe I'm good at planning and you're great at presenting. If we work together, we can create something stronger than we could alone.
Exactly. And it's not just about the task. Teamwork also builds important life skills like communication, patience, empathy, leadership, even how to listen. Not just hear, but actually listen.
Ooh, yes, listening. That's a big one. Some people think teamwork is all about talking and leading, but sometimes the best thing you can do is just really listen to your team members.
Totally agree. And let's not forget, teamwork creates support. When things go wrong, you're not alone. You have people who can help, who understand the problem, and who want to fix it with you.
Right. And that emotional support can be a game changer, especially in high-pressure situations, like finishing a big project or dealing with unexpected problems.
And let's be honest, teamwork also helps us grow as people. It pushes us to be more flexible, more understanding, and sometimes even more humble.
Yep. It teaches us that we're not always right, and that's okay. Sometimes the best ideas come from others. Being part of a team reminds us that success is often a group effort, not a solo mission.
Well said, Alice. So if anyone listening ever thought, I don't like working with people, maybe today is a good time to think again.
Exactly. Teamwork is not always easy, but it's powerful. When it works, it feels amazing. And when it doesn't, we learn something.
And speaking of learning, up next, we'll share some common teamwork challenges and how to deal with them without losing your mind.
Plus, some English phrases you can use to sound confident and kind when working with others.
Stay with us. The real teamwork talk is just getting started.
So, Brian, I think it's time we talk about the real stuff.
Oh, you mean like the drama of teamwork?
Exactly. I mean, teamwork sounds great on paper, right? But in real life, it can be complicated.
Complicated? Try chaotic. Let's be honest, working in a team is not always smooth sailing.
Totally. So today, let's break down some common teamwork problems and how to deal with them without pulling your hair out.
Perfect. Let's start with the most classic one, when one person ends up doing all the work.
Yes. The group project nightmare. 4 people, but only one actually working.
And somehow, everyone else still wants their name on the final report.
Of course. But honestly, this often happens because there's no clear plan. So, if you're in a team, it really helps to ask early on. Hey everyone, who's taking care of what? That way, the work is divided clearly from the start.
Yeah, set the roles early and avoid that awkward, wait, weren't you supposed to do that moment.
Exactly. Okay, next challenge. Nobody's listening to each other.
Oh yeah, that moment when everyone's talking, but it feels like no one hears a thing. It's like a group chat in real life.
So true. One simple fix? Just slow down and let everyone speak. Try saying something like, "Can we go around and hear each person's idea before we decide?"
That way, quiet voices get heard too. You'd be surprised how many great ideas come from the person who usually stays silent.
Absolutely. All right, moving on. Disagreements, team conflict.
Oof, that's a tough one. People get passionate, and sometimes it turns into a mini war zone.
Totally. But conflict isn't always bad. It shows people care. The key is how we respond. Try something like, "I see your point, and here's another idea we could try." That opens space for discussion without being aggressive.
And if someone else's idea is better, it's okay to say, "You know what? I like your idea more." It's not losing, it's teamwork.
Yes, that's growth. Okay, next problem. Nobody knows what the goal is.
Oh man, that's like trying to bake a cake with no recipe. Everyone's doing something, but no one knows what the cake's supposed to be.
Exactly. That's why you need to start with the basics. What's our goal and what does success look like?
Once that's clear, the rest gets a lot easier. No more random sprinkles on spaghetti.
Please no. Okay, last one. Some people do too much, some do too little.
Classic. One person wants to control everything, and the others just sit back with popcorn.
If you're doing too much, breathe. Let others help. And if you're doing too little, step up. A simple question like, "Hey, is there something I can take off your plate?" can really balance the team.
It shows you care and want to help, not just watch.
Exactly. And honestly, most teamwork issues can be fixed with honest and respectful communication.
Say what you feel, listen to others, and remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about growing together.
Beautifully said. And speaking of growing, in the next part, we'll share some practical tips to help you become the kind of team player that everyone wants to work with.
So don't go anywhere. Let's dive into how you can level up your teamwork game.
Okay, Brian. So far, we've explored what teamwork really means, why it's important, and even what can make it difficult sometimes.
Yeah, and now it's time to flip the focus from the team to you as an individual. Because being a part of a team is one thing, but being a great team player, that's something special.
Totally agree. It's not about being the loudest voice or the busiest person. It's about how you contribute to the whole group in a meaningful way.
Exactly. So let's go through a few key habits that can help anyone level up their teamwork skills. First up, dependability. If you say you'll do something, make sure it gets done.
It sounds simple, right? But it builds so much trust.
Yeah, teams run on trust, and if people can count on you, they'll respect you more and want to work with you again.
No one likes working with someone who always says, "I forgot," or "I didn't have time." Next, speak up. Good communication is key. Don't stay silent if you're confused or have an idea.
And equally important, listen. It's easy to get caught up in our own opinions, but strong teams are built on people who listen to understand, not just to reply.
Yes. Sometimes just showing someone that you heard them makes them feel respected and included.
Here's one I've learned the hard way: stay flexible.
Oh, I feel that. Plans change all the time, especially in group projects or fast-paced workplaces.
Exactly. If you can stay calm, adjust, and keep moving forward, you become a really valuable teammate.
It's about being steady, not stiff. Another big one. Respect diversity. Everyone brings something unique to the table.
Some teammates are super creative. Others are detail-focused. Some like to take risks, others are more cautious.
And all of that is good. You don't have to agree on everything, but respecting those differences makes your team stronger.
Energy matters, too. A positive attitude can really set the tone for the team.
Right? We all have bad days, but if you can show up with a bit of encouragement or kindness, it spreads.
Say nice work, give someone a high five, or just smile. It sounds small, but it adds up.
And finally, support your teammates. Be the kind of person who cheers others on, not just yourself.
Help someone out when they're stuck. Celebrate their success. It's not a competition, it's a collaboration.
Exactly. In a great team, when one person shines, everyone shines.
So, being a great team player isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right things, with care, with effort, and with heart.
And the beautiful thing is, anyone can do it. No fancy skills required. Just a willingness to connect, contribute, and grow with your team.
Well said. And now it's time for, you guessed it,
Vocabulary time.
all right, it's that time again.
You know it. Vocabulary time.
Today, we're diving into 6 key words that are super useful when talking about teamwork.
Yeah. These words will not only help you sound more natural in English, but also help you become a better team player. First up is collaboration. It means working together with others to reach a shared goal.
Like when you're doing a group project at school or building something as a team at work.
Exactly. For example, good collaboration leads to faster and better results.
And it feels good too. When everyone's in sync, it's like magic. Next word, reliable. If someone is reliable, you can count on them.
Yep, they do what they say they'll do, on time, every time.
Like, Sarah is very reliable. She always finishes her tasks on time.
Being reliable builds trust. And trust is like the glue of any team. Now let's talk about flexible. This doesn't mean doing yoga at your desk.
No. It means you can adapt when things change.
Like if the deadline moves or the plan changes, you don't freak out. You adjust.
For example, a flexible team member stays calm when plans change. Next is a big one, communication.
This means sharing your ideas, thoughts, or feedback clearly with your team.
It also means listening, not just talking.
True. For example, clear communication helps avoid misunderstandings.
If you want your team to succeed, never underestimate the power of communication.
Our fifth word is respect. This is all about valuing others' ideas, time, and efforts.
Even if you disagree, you can still show respect.
Right. Like, in a strong team, everyone respects each other's opinions.
Respect creates a safe space where people feel heard. And last but not least, supportive. This means being helpful and encouraging to others.
Like when a teammate is struggling and you offer a hand, or even just kind words.
For example, a supportive teammate offers help when someone is struggling.
Being supportive makes the whole team stronger.
So to recap, today's teamwork words are collaboration, reliable, flexible, communication, respect, and supportive.
Try using them this week, whether it's in school, at work, or even at home.
Because good words build great teams.
All right, let's keep the momentum going. What's coming up next, Brian?
Well, I think it's time to wrap things up with some final thoughts.
Perfect, let's go. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Teamwork. It's something we all need, whether we're in school, at work, or even in everyday life.
Absolutely. Being part of a team isn't just about getting things done. It's about learning, growing, and connecting with others.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect to be a great team player. Just be dependable, listen, stay positive, and support your team.
Right. It's the little actions that build strong connections. Whether you're leading the group or just lending a hand, you matter.
So if you're part of a team right now, take a moment to appreciate the people around you and think about how you can make the team even better.
And if you're learning English, keep practicing today's vocabulary. The more you use it, the more natural it will feel.
We hope this episode gave you both motivation and new English skills to try out.
Thanks for spending time with us today on the Chill English podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow and share it with your friends or teammates.
And we'd love to hear from you. What does teamwork mean to you? Leave us a comment or message.
Until next time.
Keep learning, keep growing, and stay chill.